A quick jaunt to the beach is what you get with 249 Cypress Drive in Laguna Beach, one of our great listings that we have at Casabella Realty Group. Happy Thursday to everybody. Happy December to everybody. Officially December 1st. And we made it. We made it through the holiday. And here we are, December 1st, coming the year 2022 coming to a close. And we've got a lot of information for you here on this real estate market update. Some good news, I don't like to say bad news, but maybe just some stuff to set expectations for the next year. I think that's healthy based on some sources and our own experiences that we've been having out there in the market. And so we've got a lot to get to. Again, I'm Anthony Cosenza with Casabella Realty Group. You can go to casabellarealtygroup.com for a lot of information, listings and whatnot, and you can contact us directly for pieces of information. We want to be a resource for you, whether that is giving you industry referrals for services you may need, whether it's us giving you a valuation of your home or an evaluation of your home, what to expect about the market, sit down and talk about things for the future. We would love to do any and all of that for you. You can get in touch with us at casabellasocal@gmail.com or 949-280-0937. All right, let's get to some of the market update stuff. There's a lot of data, a lot of stuff we're going to throw at you here. And then we're going to do something a little different this time around. We're going to give you some housing information, housing data, kind of like what we always do. We're going to give you a safety tip for this time of year and really any time of year. So we're going to give you a little bit of that. That'll hopefully be helpful information to you. And then we're going to let you know about something going on in the community that you can indulge in. And so here we go. Market update is going to be coming your way. Let's get to Realtor.com's we're going to try and get through all of these quickly here. This is a housing forecast 2023 graphic that they have for folks, along with some helpful information for you. You can see here the coming year could be tough for buyers and sellers, but there are some lights at the end of the tunnel, so to speak, for a lot of different things. You see buying power is a little bit on the decline. Now this is from a macro perspective. This is nationally speaking. Typical mortgage payment will be up by 28% based on some things. Last year, you see mortgage rates remain elevated, 7.4% on the national average. Again, I've got more information on that for you too. Some good news, growing but slowing, I guess at least good news for sellers, but also a little bit of good news in a way for home buyers as well. You see 5.4% is the projected amount that home prices will rise next year, but that is about a third of the percentages that we have seen over the last year or two. So they'll continue to rise, but at a slower rate. And you see here stocked up with a silver lining. So this is, again, a little bit more silver lining here. Almost 23% increase of inventory, definitely up from 2022. Not so much to the inventory levels of 2019, but definitely up. And it will give buyers more homes to choose from there. So again, some predictions for 2023, a forecast, just kind of a snapshot. And again, national averages for these and or general averages for these as well, but some snapshot information so folks like yourself can take that and get some healthy information with that. Okay, moving on here. Let's get to what we like to always present to you, and that is some information from reports on housing. Again, some snapshot information here. Now, you see here, I zoomed in a little too close here, but you see here, I don't know if I agree with this holiday pause, the pause statement, because right now, and if you listen to Dave Ramsey, financial guru, and others that are out there, really it's quality over quantity at this point in terms of amount of buyers that are hitting the market. And depending on where you are and where you have listings available, you could see a number of transactions take place. What I mean by that, and I think I said this perhaps last time on our last video, but if you are in an area that is a high traveled area during a holiday season and or kind of a destination place, and you have a listing there, you have a brokerage there, a a mortgage company in those areas, I mean, you could see more activity than maybe some other areas. Whereas, the tourist attractions and or whatnot are not there. So as we sit here in Southern California in a variety of areas, whether it's by the beach, whether it's potentially Palm Desert and that sort of area, it does get colder there, but people want to get away from different parts of the US and potentially come visit different areas. Again, the beach, the desert, the mountains, other areas. And then, of course, they can come here as kids are out of school. Southern California, you're talking about Disneyland, Knott's Berry Farm, other major amusement park attractions that people come from all over the world to come see. You could have a lot of people come here for potential investment opportunities, vacation homes and or second homes, that sort of thing. And then, of course, just in general, not so much travelers, but folks in the area that could be looking at shoring up some things, getting a property, getting into a new home before year's end to shore up their taxes. These are areas in which you will find buyers. So there will still be activity. It will be a little bit different as it does slow down in the holiday market. There's no doubt about it. But the quality of the buyers that are out there are more serious as opposed to the quantity of them. And again, for those reasons, the tax purposes and or folks that are traveling in town, they may say, hey, I'm looking for a property in this area. We come here so often anyway. Why not do that? So again, you can see the inventory and demand should take a dip until ringing in the new year. You see the active listing inventory. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Lowest level since June. You have the first rise since August in terms of demand, the number of pending sales. And of course, this is for Orange County. So we went from the macro level in the realtor.com predictions for 2023. And now we're going to the micro level in terms of Orange County and the reports on housing here. You can see up just a handful of pending sales, but that is a good sign. Although you do see closed sales down 38% year over year, a bit of a stagnant period over these last couple of months because of the mortgage rate situation, because of a lot of different factors, inflation, whatnot. So you can see the closed sales down 38%, but you do see a rise in demand here of late in November here. So that is good news. Let's get to one more infographic here from the reports on housing, folks. And here it is right here. Again, just kind of showing available homes. Now, I'll have another MLS data poll that I did late yesterday that'll be somewhat similar to this, but you see a holiday drop in terms of available homes, down 8%, and then end of November, 3-year average. Again, kind of not counting the pandemic stuff. It is usually around 5,400, just under 5,400 available homes at this point in the year. So that is again from Reports on Housing, and we thank them for their great information. Now let's talk about home loans. Let's talk about different stuff there. A couple of weeks ago, we talked about how there's some good news in the fact that there was because of an inflation report, consumer price index and whatnot, there was a 1-day dip in mortgage rates that was 0.5%, which was great news. And I think a lot of people were pleasantly surprised by that. And it's kind of holding on right now. And we're talking, in other realtor broker marketing sessions and whatnot that I attend, where I'm hearing from other mortgage professionals and others in the industry that they do think that loans will be manageable next year. Again, not to the 3% levels that we saw from a couple of years ago, but still something to note. And that's going to be good news. Some more good news in a big way. FHFA announces conforming loan limit values for 2023 coming in here. The baseline, and this is for the state of California. And again, it depends on your different, where you are here in the state of California. But for California right now, this has jumped quite a bit here. And this is to help offset the rise in home values that has come up here. And you see here almost 1.1 million can be used in a conforming loan limit, 1,089,300 to be exact, for a 1-unit property. That is a big jump. So now that potentially gets more buyers into the market, that potentially gets more buyers into the luxury market. And so that can be a game changer a bit for 2023. And so when you looked at some of those projections from realtor.com, not sure how much they took this into account. Now, obviously, for some consumers, that is good news, but there's also some caution that comes with that. Obviously, you got to manage where your monthly payment is and your rate and all that kind of stuff. But still, this gives another avenue for buyers to potentially enter the market again, upwards of 1.1 million, just under 1,089,300, the new conforming loan limit in 2023. And that is announced by the FHFA. This is on their FHFA.gov website directly from it. So that is something to note if you're in Orange County. This will be part of it, and then other areas there are differing rates there, but just focusing in on Orange County and other high cost areas, that's going to be the conforming loan max amount that has risen quite a bit. So that's a good thing to get folks into the housing market and or get them in the buying market should they be able to get some, qualify and whatnot. Again, you want to talk to your mortgage professional. We've got a lot of great ones that we work closely with in terms of getting not only that we spread their information on these videos here, but also ones that have helped a number of our clients in a number of different transactions. And we've got some great ones that we can point you towards on that to get more information, see what you could qualify for, what that would look like if you got a loan like that. And we're probably going to be bringing on a loan professional as well in the near future to talk about these changes, to talk about these things so that people can get a clearer picture on things. That being said, let's share from one of our great loan representatives, has worked with refinances and purchases with a couple of clients of ours, a great resource, Chris Pacheco, funded by Chris.com, and that is CRIS of Pacheco Team Loans. And again, here's the Monday Mortgage News. He always sends us this great infographic here. Last week's activity, you can see here, new home sales rose, and this is as of Monday of this week here. So beginning of this week, new home sales rose 7.5% last month, higher than expected. Initial jobless claims hit a 3-month high. And then Fed minutes showing, meaning their meeting minutes, showing their substantial majority support slowing pace of rate hikes soon. This goes into what I was just talking about in terms of things that I have heard in the industry and at meetings, that rates could, that spike we've seen, we could see that slow down a bit. And we're already seeing some things again from that 0.5% drop. Things are kind of staying there just because they're trying to combat what's going on in the housing market right now. Retail sales data for October showing strength despite inflation. Now, there's a little bit of mixed information on that one. I have heard from people who own retail sources that Black Friday wasn't as strong as they had thought, whereas from a macro perspective, I had heard that this was a record-breaking in the U.S., record-breaking Black Friday weekend for folks in terms of, for the country rather, in terms of sales and volume of money that has been, it was billions and billions of dollars. So, it kind of depends on where you're looking, what you ask here. But again, retail sales showing some strength overall. Today, stocks and mortgage bonds are both slightly lower as of Monday. Home prices have held steady as demand has waned, but inventory has remained tight. Here are the rates right here. Conventional 30-year. Again, now, remember, we saw this go from some of these 30 years and whatnot. These were 7% and over, and you saw that national average talking about close to 7.5%. These dipped again down to 6.5% or so, depending on what option you look at. And then, of course, the others at 8.5%. Those are kind of some different options as opposed to the 30-year, more kind of traditional options that are out there. So, funded by Chris.com. Pacheco Team Loans is the company, funded by Chris, CRIS, no H in there. And great guy. He works with a lot of veterans. He has worked with some folks of ours on refinances, purchases, and whatnot. He can help you out as well. Go to fundedbychris.com, and we thank him for the information. All right. Just slamming you with stuff here. Absolutely slamming you with information. Here we go. This is our MLS data pull from late yesterday, and this is Orange County. Now, this will be purchase market, and this will be rental market. So let's get to this for you here. Here we go. This is as of late yesterday, as I said, coming soon. 83 in Orange County on the purchase side. 57 of those from tomorrow, the 2nd through the 11th of December. Active 3255. 200 of those from November 21st through the 30th. Active under contract. Those are homes that are under contract but still have contingencies to remove and whatnot. 771 total, 244 from the 21st through the 30th of November pending. Those are ones who have cleared contingency. 784, 109 from the 21st through the 30th, and closed 427 of those in that same time frame. But you go back to 3255, you've seen some stagnation in terms of active market. And then, you've seen a slight drop there, as also indicated in the reports on housing report that we touched on. And here's the rental update coming soon. 26, just 26, 22 of those from the 1st through the 11th. Active 2167, 296 of those from the 21st through the 30th of November. Pending 190, 73 of those from the 21st through the 30th, and closed 264 from 1121 to 1130. Again, stagnation in the rental market in terms of inventory. It hasn't spiked, hasn't dipped a lot, just kind of stayed around this same 2200 number. And so now we are expecting to see some things with the rental market wherein you'll see some maybe a little bit of increase in terms of rates, rent rates and whatnot, asking rent next year, but not something exponential there either. Still a lot of competition there. So you want to make sure that, if you are in the rental market, you're looking at making sure your credit's shored up, having all your ducks in a row there, and making sure that everything is lined up well for you on that one. All right, now we're going to do something a little different. Add in a little safety tip for you. There's a lot of different things that we can point to, and in terms of home safety and whatnot, we feel that obviously that's paramount to take care of yourself, your loved ones, your pets, and whatnot. So a lot of different things. Here's one that we feel is a helpful one for you. All right, now let's talk about carbon monoxide. I know, so interesting, carbon monoxide, right? Interesting topic. But I'm going to play something here. What you want to do, first of all, with carbon monoxide detectors, it is standard code that you have one on each level of a home. So in California, that is normally 1 or 2 story homes. We don't have basements and whatnot. But if you do live in an area with a basement, you're going to want one there too. Obviously, you're going to want to check with your specific state about the code, but the code in California says you got to have one, a working one, a newer one on each level of the house. And a lot of folks have them. Sometimes you don't know if they're working, sometimes you don't. Pretty simple. Here is an exercise as to what you can do here to test. You push the button there. This is a standard one, and you make sure that the thing beeps at you a few times to ensure that it is working. It'll do it a couple times. I apologize for the beeping. I know that's piercing, but still important to note. Now, this is something that you can also do there with smoke detectors. Same kind of test that you want to do there. And if you think your smoke detectors are older, or whether they're hardwired or batteries, you want to make sure that you periodically test those. And of course, for smoke detectors, you're going to want to make sure that you have, oftentimes they take 9-volt batteries. You're going to want to make sure that you have some 9-volt batteries on hand. So whether it's carbon monoxide detectors, smoke detectors, you want to make sure that you have those in working order. Smoke detectors have to be within a certain amount of time window to be up to code in your home, and you just want to make sure that they are working. So if you have a really old one, or if it's hardwired or whatever, you want to just make sure you do your due diligence. It takes just a couple of seconds, and these are the kinds of things that end up saving lives, quite honestly. Not to be super dramatic, but that's really kind of the crux of it. And you want to make sure that your carbon monoxide detector is in working order, your smoke detectors are in working order, and if they are not, go out promptly and purchase one at your local hardware store, wherever that may be of your choice. Go do that, because you've got family members, you've got loved ones, you've got pets in the home. You might as well take care of them and make sure that this simple thing gets done and taken care of. And of course, if you are purchasing a home, these are the things that, or even renting a home, these are the things that need to be in working order as you enter a new residence as well. Again, carbon monoxide, one on each level of the house. Smoke detectors have to be in every main area of the house, major rooms, hallways, that sort of thing. So they have to be pretty omnipresent throughout the house as well. Make sure they're there. And of course, when you hire a real estate agent and a realtor, they will go through this with you. They will look and make sure that all of those are in working order for you and everything is in good shape. So that's our safety tip this week. We'll have more coming at you in the future. All right, we've got one more thing to get to in the community, and that will do it for us. So here's something going on in the community. It's going to be a little self-serving. I apologize. We, in conjunction with the outlets at San Clemente, are throwing a party. We're throwing a holiday party, a Christmas cookie decorating party. It is in the VIP room of the outlets at San Clemente. And come bring your families. Free event. We'll have cookies there for you and your kiddos to decorate. We'll have some hot chocolate. We'll have some eggnog. We'll have some goodies there for folks, little giveaway stuff. And here's kind of the extra perks with it. Aside from getting a cookie decorating kit and hanging out with your family, enjoying the holidays, kind of kicking it off at the beginning of the year, here's what else you get. You'll get a booklet and special discounts for shopping in the San Clemente outlets. Great stores like Goldfield, Daisy Shop, San Diego, Tilly's, all of those are great stores in there, along with Nike, New Balance, major stores in there. So you'll get a special some coupons and whatnot to do some holiday shopping, get an early leg up on that if you so choose. There is also going to be Santa Claus there. Santa's going to be there in the afternoon and evening. So while we are once you decorate your cookies, you can go on down, say hi to Santa, take a picture. He will be by the big tree, and a lot more food, drinks, that sort of thing. Have some fun, bring the kiddos. You've got to either contact us directly, casabellasocal@gmail.com, or there is an Eventbrite invitation out there. It's on our social media accounts. It's all over the place. You got to go check it out. You have to RSVP though, if you can, because we need to know how many cookies we need to bring for everybody. So come, bring the family, enjoy. It's going to just be hanging out, decorating the cookies, soaking in the holiday season, allowing you to potentially get some shopping done earlier and at a discounted rate. And of course, going and meeting Santa, doing all the fun things that they also have at the outlets. And this is going to be in the VIP room above, kind of a nice room that overlooks the entire outlet center. So you won't want to miss that. It is, again, Sunday, December 4th from 1 to 3. Check that out. We would love to have you there. Again, I'm Anthony Cosenza. We thank you very much for listening. Hopefully, I know we threw a lot at you, but hopefully you found a lot of this stuff valuable and informative. We love to do that. And if we can help you out in any way, buy, sell, lease, invest, anything, we want to be your go-to real estate resource for that. You can get in touch with us, casabellasocal@gmail.com. Website is casabellarealtygroup.com, 949-280-0937. And we will be happy to help you out with all things that we can. Take care, and we will hopefully get a leg up on that Christmas shopping. I know that's coming up, and a lot of people stress out at the end. You can start this weekend, this Sunday with us. Hopefully you take advantage of it. We'll see you then.